Darkside says, who is your favorite battle rapper clique between Cave Gang, Dot Mob, the Goonies, and NWX? Okay, let's go and rank these guys. So, on the Goonies, there is only one star there, and that is Twerk. The other two have not. Ryder, Jack Boy, who else is in there? Drugs. They're nowhere near where Twerk is. Jack Boy probably has better stock right now than Ryder, but there is only one star on the Goonies, which is Twerk. So you can pretty much put them at the bottom of that list. NWX, let's go through the battlers. There is a superstar on NWX who I think is a superstar, and that is K Shine. And then you have DNA, who is a veteran star. You have Big T, who is a veteran star. Who else is on there? Fuck, I know I'm forgetting people. What's her name? Official still on there? Is she still even with NWX? I don't know. So that is a good. Oh yeah, T Top. There you go. Fuck, my bad. Yeah, T Top is on NWX. So you have one superstar, which is in K Shine. You have three other stars, which is T Top, DNA, and Big T. Rain doesn't really battle rap, so he's not. He's not part of the equation. So right now you're looking at NWX with one superstar, three stars. So they might be at the top of the list right now. Let's look at Dot Mob. Dot Mob has T-Rex, who is a declining veteran. He's not what he used to be. You can't even label him a superstar anymore. He's basically like one of those old veterans. He's on a declining rate right now. Who else is on Dot Mob? Is Tay-Rock still considered Dot Mob, or he's still Cave Gang? But I think Tay-Rock is still considered Dot Mob. So you have Tay-Rock, who is a superstar. Who? Help me out, guys. Who's on Dot Mob? Let me go to Cave Gang real quick while we figure out who's on Dot Mob. Cave Gang, you have Tay-Rock, who is a superstar. You have Briz, who is a rising star that he has potential to be a superstar. He's not there yet. You have Av, who is a crazy punchline battler, but he's nowhere near being a superstar. Let's see. Chef Trez is a part of Cave Gang, right? So you have so right now, between those four groups, between Cave Gang, Dot Mob, Murder Mook, sorry. See, that's the thing, right? Like, this is why Murder Mook doesn't really have the same respect that he got years ago, is because he battles like every fucking 3, 4 years and shit. Like, people forget about him. Like, and the thing is, like, he doesn't really keep himself, he doesn't really do much to keep himself in the loop with battle rap fans. This is why Averb said, "You're not one of us," and there's a lot of truth to that. Like, this is why. See, that's why I forgot about Murder Mook, because he doesn't really, battle too much. Like, so if we're gonna look at Dot Mob, you have Murder Mook, who's probably number 1 on their group, and then you have, T-Rex. I think Tay-Rock is still on. I'm not even gonna put Tay-Rock in Dot Mob anymore, because he basically represents Cave Gang all the time. So I'm not gonna put Tay-Rock on Dot Mob. So basically, the only two people on Dot Mob worth mentioning is what? Murder Mook and T-Rex. T-Rex is a declining veteran. Murder Mook is whatever. Like, I don't really care. Like, so if we were to rank these groups right now, I would put Dot Mob, Goonies is last, Dot Mob would be. Wow. You might be able to put the Goonies ahead of Dot Mob right now, in terms of like popularity and shit. But in terms of like resume, then you would have to put Dot Mob over the Goonies. But if you're talking about popularity right now, then the Goonies would be over Dot Mob. Let me see. NWX and Cave Gang. Cave Gang has Young Cannon also. So you're looking at Rock, Briz, Av, Chef Trez, and then you have Young Cannon. That's it, right? Am I missing anybody? So now the number one group basically comes down to Cave Gang and NWX. Can you add Surf in there, because he's kind of like part of him and Tay Rock are so close. You can kind of add Surf in there, right? Because if you add Surf in there, then basically Cave Gang is number one. Right? But right now, if I had to choose between the lineup of Cave Gang and NWX, let me see. Midwest Movement is not a group. Don't count that. That's just a term. Midwest Movement is not a real group. Midwest would be Averb, Hitman, Young Ill, B Magic, Big T. Who else is in there? But Calico. But if you look now at where they are, Big T is part of NWX. Hitman is basically his own superstar. Averb is his own thing. The Midwest Movement is not a group. So right now, Dot Mob and the Goonies. If you are gonna base it on resume, Dot Mob would be ahead of the Goonies. But if you're talking about now, like popularity right now, Goonies would be ahead of Dot Mob. So right now, let's go with popularity. Let's not go base it on their resume. Goonies right now would be third. Dot Mob would be last. So we have between Cave Gang and NWX, who is the better group. So let me see, I'm writing all this shit down. Cave Gang, right now we have Rock, Briz, Av, Chef Trez, Young Cannon, and then for NWX, you have you have Shine, DNA, Big T, and we also have T-Top. Is Official still in NWX? Because if she's still on NWX, then I want to count her as part of this. Any of you guys know? Is Official still part of NWX? Because she might end up being a tiebreaker. There are no female battle rappers on Cave Gang. Okay. Let's go through this list one by one. Rock versus Shine. Those are the only two superstars on this list. If I had to choose between Rock and K Shine, Darkside says no, she is retired. Okay, so then we have to scratch off Official off the list. Rain doesn't count. All he does is show up at battles. Actually, I'm lying. If you guys don't know this, Rain actually does a lot of the beats for the URL trailers. So if you ever wanted to know who does the beats for URL, the trailers, that's Rain. He does the beats for them. So Rain is like a big part of the URL and shit. So if we had to go down this list one by one, Rock versus K-Shine. These are the only two superstars on this list. I am picking Tay Rock. I have him in my top 5 greatest of all time, right? I mean, I have to put him in there. Shine's not in my top 5. So I would pick Rock. So that is 1 point for Cave Gang right there. Let me see. Next biggest on Cave Gang would be Briz. And then the next biggest for NWX would be DNA, right? Between Briz and DNA. Ooh, man. That is tough. Who do you guys have? Briz or DNA? Between those two. Because that is a tough one. Because DNA has so much experience. He has such a huge resume. But Briz is like a rising star. Like Briz, I don't consider Briz a superstar yet. But he has the potential to be a superstar. Who do you guys have? Briz or DNA? If I had to choose between the two, man, that is tough because I have DNA in my top 10. I have DNA in my top 10 because he's such a veteran. He's such a Hall of Famer. F Money, no, DNA has not been always been overrated. He is a legend. He's gonna go down in the Hall of Fame if battle rap ever had one. And DNA is in my top 3 freestyle battlers. Man, this is tough. Briz is a rising superstar versus DNA, who is a Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer. This is tough. I would have to pick DNA. I would have to pick DNA. I have to. He's in my top 10. I have to put him in there. So right now, between Cave Gang and NWX, we are tied 1-1. The next biggest on Cave Gang is Av versus the next. I think T-Top is ahead of Big T right now, so I'm gonna say T-Top. So it's gonna be Av versus T-Top. Oh, I got T-Top. That is another point for NWX. Who do you guys think? Who do you guys like better between T-Top and Av? Let me know in the comments. So far right now, I got T-Top over Av. So that is another point against another point for NWX. We are 2-1. The next two battlers. So the Chef Trez, who is more popular than Young Cannon, so I'm gonna go with Chef Trez versus Big T. Damn. This is to me a no-brainer. Actually, fuck, man. I'm being nostalgic here. I'm going for like the old Big T. I'm thinking about the old Big T that battled Surf, the old Big T that had that monster round with versus K Shine. But if we had to put Big T versus Chef Trez, Big T has battled on main stages though. He's battled on big stages, and he's proven that he can rock the crowd. Chef Trez has not battled on a big stage before. The first time he's ever gonna be on a big stage is gonna be on Born Legacy, Resolution trailer versus Shotgun Suge. If I had to choose between those two right now, I would pick Big T. Damn, man. So right now, basically, that is all the members of NWX. Young Cannon basically is going to be not counting for Cave Gang. So if we're looking on a side-by-side comparison, damn, NWX wins. Because Cave Gang versus NWX, Tay-Rock versus K-Shine, I would automatically pick Tay-Rock. If you had to put Briz versus DNA, I would have to choose DNA. T-Top versus Av, I have T-Top. And then Big T versus Chef Trez, I have Big T. So you're looking at a 3-1 advantage for NWX. That is my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. So if I had to rank all 4 of those groups, let me see the 4 groups that the 4 Dark Side, great question. Dark Side 69 TNT. The 4 groups: Cave Gang, Dot Mob, the Goonies, NWX. If we're considering based on popularity right now, and also like who would I take from each member. Number one, you know what? Let's go from the very bottom. Dot Mob would be number 4. The Goonies would be number 3. And we just broke down Cave Gang versus NWX, and the winner of that is NWX. For me. You guys might feel differently in the comment section. So right now, I would have NWX at number 1, Cave Gang number 2, The Goonies number 3, and Dot Mob number 4. Great fucking question, Darkside69. If you guys have more questions, please tag me at Inasense 2 so that your question looks like this. All right. What are you guys saying in the comments section? I already said Midwest Movement is not a group. Bankhead, he hasn't debuted yet, right? Okay, so Official is not part of it anymore. Rain does beats for URL. He doesn't battle rap. F Money thinks DNA has always been overrated. That is a lie. I'm not calling you a liar, but that statement is definitely a lie. Old Head depends on DNA for me. Let me see. Darkside thinks Cave Gang. Salute DNA over Briz. Yeah, I mean, you have to. DNA has such a strong resume. It's hard not to give him his due diligence. Like, you can't. Like, he's a Hall of Famer. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. You can't disrespect the guy, what the guy has done for battle rap. He's done so much. Ab versus T-Top, that's a good one. Ab Punch is crazy. Harold Victor thinks, I used to think T-Top was better, but lately Ab been so fire, I can't vote against him. Yeah, I mean, you know, like, these are my choices. These are my preferences. I'm giving you my opinions on them. If you think Av is right now more, but you got to look at it also from like let's say if you're a league owner, like if you were starting a league, or if you have a league, like, which of these guys would you rather have to draw people into your events? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I picked Tay-Rock over K-Shine, because if I was gonna create a battle rap league and I were to choose who I was gonna who I felt more comfortable that would draw more people to my events and also have more people watching their battles, that's why I went down the list. That's how I would see it. Tay-Rock would definitely have better draw with the audiences, better views. Let me see. Briz versus DNA. Even though Briz has a couple of million viewed battles, I mean, DNA just has, his resume is too strong to be disrespected like that. Big T versus T-Top versus Av. Again, T-Top has way many more viewed. Actually, Av only has the Rum Nitty battle, I think. Somebody might correct me, but I think Av only has the Rum Nitty battle at 1 million views. T-Top has a bunch. He has a couple of million viewed battles already. And then the last person, Big T versus Chef Trez. To me, Big T is the bigger draw. Like, he's the bigger draw. Like, I'm looking at it from like a league owner's standpoint. That is why I have NWX beating Cave Gang for the number 1 group out of the 4 that you asked there. But yeah, great question. Hit the like. Yeah, I know, Bust. Yeah, I know, Diddy. They need to subscribe. Masked in a sense. I'll be flipping with subtitles. So yeah, get on your computer and mimic smack just for fun. Hey, new visitors. Yes, Mask? That's how you subscribe to me, Sean. Bang, bang, bang. Jersey.